know, everybody here, that was a good performance from our fire team leads. We had some guys that I know I've seen on the primary do fire team leading there. I hope that for those of you who didn't fire team lead this time, you kind of understood what they were doing. All right, so we are going to, that kind of, unless we have any other specific questions here, that ends this section.
I maybe have one.
Please make it quick.
About being in the open. So there's one car and we're supposed to put 4 people behind that.
No, don't do that.
So that's why I was in the open, because I didn't want to bunch up and 2 people don't have a line of sight anyway.
Me too, I did the same thing.
At that stage, you have too much force local to you, and you should have maintained some of you guys further back. But again, don't move more than you can actually use. If you desperately need to be in the open, then be sure that you're doing the watch and shoot, because otherwise you're gonna get killed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna see how, if we can do this. I'm trying to zoom in. I'm trying to figure out. The next section is going to be reacting to contact, reacting to things just showing up. It'll be quick and rather painless. I'm gonna move people. I'll move the 2 squads into 2 different positions right around here. Actually, we'll probably use the bunkers that we set up here. The issue, I'm trying to look on the map and see what I can spawn. I'm not going to spawn anything that's going to kill all of you immediately, because that would be annoying. And we can probably use UACs.
Go refresh your kits.
Yeah, everybody do that. Everybody get your ammo. Everybody get ammo and medical supplies back up at the signs.
King West, you can read all the What's that?
Does anybody know what box the smoke grenades are in?
Yeah, I don't think they're out here right now.
Okie dokie, that explains it.
Take the proper gear for.
Hey, 2-1 Alpha, is there anyone wanna lead? Anyone wanna give a try? You're welcome. Just be close out as a fire team leader and let me know.
You can just grab it off the sign.
Hey, 2-1 Alpha, is anyone wanna fire team lead? So it won't be the same guy all over. You can just say your name and pick your loadout. Ashby, Chilling, King West, if you want a fire team leader, you're welcome.
Yeah, he'll probably make us, just wait and see.
Can you repeat?
I don't mind, but...
Sorry, Mark, what loadout did you want me to get? It's Kale.
Kale, I think you were told to go fire team leader.
Hey, Mark, any chance to use some grenades?
They're in equipment. We don't have one here.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Enix one pass off leadership to somebody else.
Yeah, sure. I want to give a chance to anyone else who
Ashby
wanna give a
is
try.
the TL of Alpha.
Yep. Chilling,
as I
King
said,
West,
Alpha.
if anyone
The
wanna try.
rifleman and the TL are trading positions and gear. Any questions in that regard? So Enix, you should be a rifleman. Ashby, you should be a team lead. Same
Right,
thing
Ash's team lead.
Blade and Kale.
Okay.
Ashby and Kale, do you understand that you're now TLs?
Ash understands.
Yes, I do. Kale understands.
Yep.
Okay, NX, Chilling, King West, Ash are 2 squad Alpha fire team. Channel 2 short range.
To Alpha, Channel 2.
B team, Ashby on me.
2-1 or 2-2?
Yeah.
SD. Are we're 2-1, right?
We are 2 Alpha.
Okay.
That way and do.
Okay, but one team.
A few meters behind you. Okay. That would make it easy to.
Hey Bertrand, you don't even say hi.
You're talking all the time. I didn't want to interrupt you.
You kidding, right?
So one section
Yeah.
two
Don't
teams
worry.
located here in this trench and ready to roll.
Yeah, we are all friends, you and I.
Is this not a trench?
That's you want me to go get him now?
No, what is that? That's a rim. Yep.
Count is my primary subject.
B team and Kale,
A good regular.
you're gonna be employed first.
Yeah, roger
Follow me,
that,
please.
roger that.
Okay. Oh, you have one.
Alpha, sit here. Stay here, rather.
That's what I do as well.
Grab the team as well. Just B team. Just B team. Lovely. You're gonna be in place here.
Cluster of 5 pop-ups.
Docs, we're staying back here, man.
Doesn't have to be real precise.
I
just
hear you
somewhere
talking, I don't know
around
where you
there.
As a
I'll
TL,
spot
you'll
'em
want to
on
place
camera.
your weapons as you see
Here's what's
fit
gonna happen.
along this bunker.
Yeah, exactly. So you have been told. Okay, so who's the team lead here?
Kale.
I am.
Kale. Okay, so what you've been instructed by your squad lead is that you are holding this position. There are enemy forces, both infantry and mechanized, have been spotted to the northeast. You're going to have to react to contact with your team. Got it?
Okay.
All right.
You're gonna get
Okay, let's just per Aquafresh be advised, I'll call Red Team Alpha
Blake,
and
can
Green
you get
Team
on the
Bravo.
other side, please?
Sure. 1-1 Alpha,
Cheers.
1-1 Bravo.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Oh, contact AGS. Technicals.
Engage.
Luis, are we observing or are we a support element? For now, just observing. Roger.
Team lead. What's going on here? Now, I'm the squad leader. I expect a report. Kale.
Sorry.
Okay, what's going to happen is, see, I'm the squad leader. What's going on here?
He's down.
So you have to give me a
we
report now.
Saw 2 technicals and we engaged them. Sorry.
Okay, what's the status on them?
Sorry? They're down,
What is-
both of them.
They're down. Okay. All right, good. See? Popped out right there. Looked ready for contact. Engaged them as they came well. I don't think you even... Yeah, you didn't use your AT-4, which you don't really need for that, so that's a good keeping it quality. That's the idea. Just responding to unknown threats.
Should I have radioed that into the other...
Yes.
Flight
I
team.
don't. So when you get that contact, your job is to radio it in. You're the eyes and ears of the squad leader.
Okay.
And destroy it. So while you yell out, oh, we got contact front, everybody start engaging, then you radio. The second after you've gotten those words out of your mouth, radio to the squad lead. This is 1-2 Bravo. We have contact 2 times enemy technicals in front of us. We're engaging.
Roger. Okay.
So that was good. You're done now. Fall back. Next team up.
Maybe
No, actually, I really do want
one is
we're
for
gonna engage up.
illumination, another one is for signal. Maybe that's why.
As I just said to those team leads, what his responsibility is there, he sees the contact, he tells his men what the contact is and how to deal with it, then immediately he radios into the squad lead and says what it was. In that case, it would have been 1-2 actual, this is Bravo. I have 2 technicals northeast of our position, we're engaging. Quickly so that the squad leader knows what's happening and can shift the other guys. Louise, I want one of your teams on me.
Alpha, follow them.
Alpha.
Alpha, you're on me.
Alpha moving.
Hope we spawned to TVD this time.
And in this case, that would be 1 alpha, not 2 alpha.
Yep.
can see zoom work over there, right side of the tent bunker, northeast.
Sneaky, sneaky.
I was thinking about shooting a tracer round out towards him, but
You don't want to be that guy.
yeah.
Nah, just drop a purple smoke on his head.
In
We got two
general,
or
though,
three?
You can kill someone.
you know,
Both of your guys have been on yesterday on the other trading.
the reason we have
I
this
was.
this body
I was
team
there.
is so that you can
Fire
split
team
into
ops.
twos or split into ones and make use of it.
Yeah. Let me not be the cook of the session, if you know what I mean.
Where do you find those?
Is that a fertilizer cart?
What?
South of us, near
No,
that
that's a
sandbag
ski-
wall.
Hey, King West and
ski
NX,
machine.
you guys are going to be buddy team 2. Got that?
Buddy team 2 got it. King West, I'm gonna take care of you, you know?
You take care of
Alright,
me.
and Chilling and Ash,
Gotta hold his hand.
buddy team 1.
This is 1-1 Alpha, contact, wait out.
Where are those contacts? Let's see them.
It's out by the barricades.
That's 040.
Well, to the northeast.
1-1 Alpha. Over.
Out by the half walls.
Officer. This is Alpha. Contact front. We've been engaged.
Oh, well, I got someone.
We're currently in fight. Wait.
Oh, they hit him. Yep, he's dead.
Wish there was a gearbox so I could go cop some
Oh,
binoculars.
there's the purple smoke. Excellent.
Oh, there.
The general method of leading a squad that you might see in a larger unit is that you set restrictions for each team. So, in this sort of terrain, for example, a team-based restriction could be that you may go no further right than broken track.
Okay,
You may
so-
go no further left than edge of debris. So, if you ever hear that, it's just stay between those two areas.
I'm gonna do a convoy now. Okay, so that was a different size force. That was a different size, different composition force. It's still the same kind of let's react to contact. We're gonna destroy them as we see. Yeah, I can deal with this. You can take off. So he reports up the chain of command. He deals with it as best as he can. He's reassuring his men. Okay, there's the contact. There's that contact. That's the whole concept here. Now, what I am going to do is this. I'm going to leave the two teams that have already accomplished this thing here on this bunker looking towards it. Everybody else is going to move with me to the bunker group that the initial one, so northeast. Actually, no. Everybody's coming with me. We're all going northeast. We're going to do a larger defense session. So let's keep moving up.
1-1.
Okay, everyone, moving up.
2 Alpha, let's go.
Moving up to Alpha.
Moving in 5 seconds.
Louis Duke, I'll be moving in 5 seconds. I'm repacking magazines. No problem. Okay, I'm moving.
I took a hit from... They were fragging all around me, so they were around. I mean, there was only one person.
Docs?
Go.
Louis here, right behind you. Do you want to lead Alpha Team for this next exercise?
Thank you.
You're intending to have 20 strong in this little thing?
In and around it.
Plus a mortar pit.
Alright.
Don't use this crate. Back off this crate.
I was hoping for smokes, but
Aqua, do you want both fire
Names be
teams
great.
from each squad defending?
I
Or
want
just the ones who didn't
two. I
participate?
want one leader from your.
That's not maybe
what
you're
I'd like
passing
to
out
do
or
is if
something.
we could figure out a way to put some weights
Yeah, I got my video cards, I got my
towards the boxes there,
casing,
so we could have
I got my
Hey, Mark.
everything.
What's the preferred way to communicate to your squad leader over the radio? You know, I don't have any real life experience, so you know, say I'm a alpha fire team leader, and I wanted to communicate to you. What would how would I initiate that
Shoot
over the radio?
I cannot use my instrument.
Okay.
That's as simple as it is. What you say is
That's easy enough.
who you're talking to, who you are. Wait for a response. If you don't get a response, then
Yeah, that's the issue.
wait half a minute or so.
All right.
Do the same thing again. If you don't get a
Here's what we're
response
gonna do.
after that, same
I'm gonna give. I'd like
Okay.
Mark and Louise, whichever teams. Yeah, we'll deal with it here. So I need the teams that did not go and their team leaders over on me here. I'm going to give them a brief. Okay.
Well,
Here.
Still up to the north.
One more Bravo.
One Bravo, you're with him.
To Alpha is the team led by Ash B at the moment.
To Alpha.
Okay, so let's see. Who do you have? Two Alpha here. What's the other team?
One more Bravo straight here.
One Bravo and two Alpha. Great. Who are my team leaders? Which is Brendan? You're the other leader.
No, Ash B.
Ashes, yeah.
Ash. Okay. All right, guys. So
My head hurts.
here's what's gonna happen. This is our defensive position here. Unfortunately, I can't create more fucking defense for you. So you're gonna have to use what it is here. You two are in command of everybody else now. So actually, I'm gonna assign different leaders here on the other two. But you two are kind of gonna be a little bit more in command. What I want you to do is set your men. We are expecting enemy contact to roll in on us from the southwest. It is unknown make. They will have a significant number of forces, both mechanized and infantry. I want you to disperse your men around here, set them arcs of fire, set them engagement limits, that kind of stuff. Just disperse your men around here in a defensive position for this. I will brief the other squads afterwards. So enemies rolling up from the southwest, disperse your men so that you can defend this position, these couple of tents. Got it?
Roger.
And don't use the mounted weapons yet. There are
Okay.
a couple of them around here.
Okay, so Uber, you're the
Yep.
other team lead, right? Can we all go into short range channel 1, perhaps?
Yep, already there.
Okay, I
Roger.
need two
Okay,
more
then.
team leaders who haven't
2
led
Alpha,
yet.
short range 1.
Two
Two
more.
Alpha,
one
short
from
range one.
each squad.
Roger.
This feels like the drink.
So who's stepping up here?
Okay, I'll do it, Bertrand.
Be leading to Bravo.
Who is?
Bertrand.
Bertrand is 2 Bravo, who is 1 Bravo, or whatever we use. Luis, which
Yeah.
team went before?
Before was one Alpha.
Okay,
So Kirby.
so 1 Alpha, who is going to lead at this time?
I can put Ratso.
Ratso
Ratso.
is not in. He had some technical
I
issues.
need
We'll
to
bring him back in.
Bring him back in.
Okay, give me a sec.
Uber things. What I was thinking is probably easy if we just have.
Bertrand, do you understand your role?
We've got
Where the fuck is Ratso?
Yes, I'm fire team leader now.
We have...
Oh, he's all the way up top.
He's
I
over
got
here.
him.
well, no, but we have
I don't know yet what to do yet, but
Give me a
Yeah,
sec,
sure.
guys.
we're utilizing both.
Just wanted you to acknowledge that you had understood the
back.
change. You know.
Ratso,
yeah,
back.
that's okay.
Ratso, where the hell are you? Ratso, you're back.
I'm back, thanks.
Okay, Ratso, so I've got Ratso and Bertrand. Why don't you come over here with me? You are now running your teams. We have enemies coming in from the southwest. It's unknown of their composition, but it is suspected both enemy infantry and mechanized forces. Their size is unknown. You are to defend this position. I will be giving you some extra assets here, but do not use the mounted weapons. Do not use the crates as of yet. Otherwise, just put your men
AT ready.
in this squad, in this area, to defend this point. Okay?
Copy.
Assigned sectors, engagement lines, etc. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell here. I missed what you had to say there, bud.
Okay.
Copy.
You have enemies
Covering
rolling
southwest.
up from the
Okay.
southwest.
2 Bravo.
They're unknown in size and composition, but it is suspected that there are a shitload of them, and they are both mechanized and...
I would want the machine gunner here, facing southwest. We're expecting contact southwest, mechanized and infantry. We do not know what size they have. So I want the AR in here inside the bunker, facing southwest. I want the AT to the right of the AR, also here behind in the bunker.
I can set up, I can deploy my weapons.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just here.
And I would want the grenadier back there behind the sandbags near the tents. So
Okay, 1-1 Alpha, we're going to be defending down
talk
to
to her
the
with Ruxman.
southwest.
Didn't realise I was a grenadier.
yes.
Push out southeast towards the Hascos instead. There's way too many people.
Okay. 2 Bravo, let's move out southeast.
Aqua?
Yeah.
You got too many people doing this all at once. Two
I
different
am...
freaks.
I know there's a lot of stuff here, but I am...
Okay. So contact is coming from southwest. The AR up here, facing southwest.
You're gonna be getting a few more buildings.
I want the AT to the right of the AR on the other, yeah,
Putting a few more buildings in.
on the other backs over there. And then the grenadier, I want him to the left of the AR behind the other bunker.
Copy.
So, right. 2 Bravo is in position. To Bravo, since we're expecting enemy vehicles, maybe armor, save the AT until you get a clear shot. On the armor, technicals will be done with grenades.
Roger. Seeing as we have a little bit of time, I'm going to go over the standards of deliberate attacks. Standards of deliberate attacks on a squad level are that you have 2 LMGs who do area fires outwards and in. They always shoot on the flanks of the objective in order to restrict movement in and out of the fire sector. All rifles are usually going to be shooting point targets or watch and shoot. And once the LMG is close on the middle, the entire squad will transition into a watch and shoot, at which point you're likely to do a maneuver. Any questions?
Kirby, am I with you now?
Does everyone know what I mean when I say watch and shoot? Explain anyways. Sure. Watch and shoot is simply the action of surveying the area and taking aim shots only. this is also what you call point fire. It's where you shoot on specific points rather than an area as a whole. Generally, when you're talking target prioritization, real life drill, you should move in targets first, then priority targets for weapons, then leadership. If you're talking armor, then it's a good idea to shoot machine guns first, because they become extremely accurate relatively quickly.
Where's everyone then? Quinton?
Ash, we're still on short range
Where's
channel
everyone
1.
from the green?
I'm not really sure. I can clarify that now. Stand by.
Yeah. You got squad leader mark there.
Where the hell is Red Zone? Red is right here.
Hey, Mark. You supposed to be watching over us.
Okay, you guys are there.
I am in no way in this.
Advise your guys that we're going to start in about 2 minutes.
It's expected to start in 2 minutes.
Roger.
Keep sharp.
2 Bravo exercise starts in 2 minutes.
RE is fast free, but obviously you want deliberate attack.
Me?
1-2 Bravo, what net are you on? What channel?
Channel 2.
Roger, this is 1-2 Alpha. We're going to be on channel 2 as well. We're defending the bunker to your right-hand side there.
Yep. So we're looking southeast. I have my men spread out over the concrete stuff here. I don't know how you call it.
Roger, we'll probably set the limit probably along the line of this Humvee and truck that's wrecked straight ahead here. We'll watch to the right of that, you watch to the left.
Copy.
Does that sound right? Okay.
Yes, okay.
Ashby, you can consolidate onto short range 2 again.
So 2 Bravo, we will be looking straight southwest and we will be covering the left side of the truck and the Humvee. Alpha team will cover to the right side. Copy.
We are 1-2.
Dogs on channel 2, com check.
Yeah.
The advantages of a high rank. Just sit back here and watch them fight.
Standing up.
1-2 on channel 2, report in. NX. Say again, please. 1-2 Alpha, check. NX, you there? Yeah, this is NX. Ash, I read you 5x5. Roger, chilling.
Yep. Yeah, 1-2 Alpha, channel 2.
Contact southwest infantry.
You on channel?
Contact southwest infantry. Open fire.
Contact south. AT scan west. AT scanning west. Scanning west. Alpha collecting targets. On the deck. Anyone see where that came from? Vanguard King West is down. 1-2 Alpha, King West is down. I'm not down, dude. I'm trying to heal myself. Time to go left, time to go left. Guys, the control is going to be bringing you over here if you get killed, so just stay where you are when you respawn. Man down, chilling is down, 1-2 Alpha. When you see a lull in the enemy effort, you'll want to look around at you guys, make sure no one's wounded, figure out who is wounded, and collect aids if you have time. Obviously you don't right now. 1-2 Alpha, chilling is down. I'll have the control bring him back. Say again. He's gonna get picked up by the control. Roger. Warp 3 by the boxes.
Two Bravo, contact south-southwest. 2 Bravo machine gunner, shift your fire left to the blue smoke. Towards the crates.
AR shifted.
Two Bravo, everybody good on ammo?
Good. AT good. AR good.
Two Bravo Grenadier. Two Bravo, more contacts near the crates, blue smoke.
Enemy vehicle behind the crates. Unknown type, EPC of some sort.
infantry near the crates as well.
Fire from the left.
2 Bravo, get ready to use the AT.
2 Alpha, suppress 220. M113, M113.
Oh. 2 Bravo, 1 man down. Damn it. 2 Bravo, we lost our AR. This is 2 Bravo, we're down 2 men.
2 Alpha copies.
Kale, can you hear me? Kale, can you hear me? This is 2 Bravo, I lost all my team, 1 guy is not responding.
If you look to your left, you'll actually notice that Kale is out cold.
Okay, checking on him.
2 Bravo, across to the right on Alpha.
This is 2 Bravo, we are combat ineffective. I'm healing one of the surviving squad member. Okay.
2 Alpha copies, do you need more support over there? Over.
Um, 2 Alpha, this is 2 Bravo, negative so far, I'm still holding up.
Alright, we just came back in.
Okay, Blade. Yeah, keep watching southwest. I don't know if we have medics, otherwise 2 Bravo could use one.
Nope. You have what you have. Got a sniper somewhere, that blue smoke on the left.
Sniper is down. Still taking fire from somewhere. Contacts on the right flank.
Roger, can I AT4 that M13?
There's contacts near the purple smoke.
Bird transmission to AT4 the M13 carrier.
Is it still functional? Is it empty or not?
Unknown, I got too much guys around it. Dead.
Yeah, if it starts firing, take it out. Otherwise, hold it for now.
Tank, armor, red smoke.
Okay, AT on the red smoke. Take out the tank.
Tank destroyed. Scratch that, tank is still up.
To Alpha, there's a vehicle transport to the right flank. Oh. Tank is still up.
Backblast clear. Rocket, rocket, rocket.
Oh. That missed. Oh crap. Tank behind our lines. 2 Bravo got overrun.
Holy fuck. Clear. Oh shit. Armor 235.
Damn it.
The tank shot actually hit me in the head.
Well, that was a bit.
Yo, did we just get what the fuck point over there?
I didn't even realize we had 2 tanks.
Okay, ARs,
Everybody respawn. Let people know that they need to respawn.
Respawn, guys. If you're still out there, respawn.
Can someone talk? Because I was deaf for a second ago.
I'm there.
Ah, I can hear. Yes. For some reason, my self-interaction key doesn't work. What the?
I hope that was epic enough for your desire.
Yeah, that was fun. I
Does
dropped
it
about
still
8
not work,
artillery
English?
barrages on there too.
I survived that.
It was
Yes.
beautiful, like in line.
Alright guys, so that's the end of the class. Thanks for coming around here. I hope we learned kind of some of the basics of command, how to react under contact, and then towards the end, that was supposed to be a little bit more fun, but there were some serious elements to it. I let you have some extra time so you can kind of set up your men. I hope that you can look at what you did there, what happened well and what happened poorly. Were you guys too close together? Was there not enough cover? Should you have prioritized your AT? All of those kind of things. Think about the way I moved from squad to squad, trying to throw you guys some new challenges. Try and think about, okay, how are we defending this place? What are the sectors that we need to cover? Everything, all of that kind of stuff. Everybody thank Zoomorg for helping us out with this thing. He was our spawn bunny there.
Yeah, you Zoomorg.
Thank you, Zoomorg.
Thanks, Zoomorg.
And so, as far, so you guys kind of understand what we were doing. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. I am going to give you guys your tags, and I will be here for another half an hour to answer any questions that people have. So if you want to stick around, we'll take a couple-minute bio break, then I'll be here for at least a half an hour, if not more. We can go over some discussions, questions that you had that might not have been answered, that kind of thing. So everybody needs to stick in channel for a second so I can start giving out tags.
If I can ask something, and that is maybe a little bit non-course related, but for some reason, like I said, I assigned a new self-interaction key, but it doesn't work. Anyone? No one?
Make sure you have Ace Clippy running in the background.
Let me check it. Ah fuck, I alt-tabbed out without clicking ask. Stupid me. Stupid
Hey,
me.
Aquabrush.
Yeah.
If we did the FT ops yesterday, did we get those tags also, or is that later?
No, because that wasn't my course.
Got it.
Jackson will be dealing with that soon. If you were there and you took the class, I have your name. I took attendance there.
Okay.
Alright guys, just give me a second. You're almost
Jesus.
Okay, so yeah, Ace Clippy is just... Whoa, it's already open, so... Yeah.
Okay. That is it. You all have the tags for completing the course today. And as I said, I'm going to take a couple-minute break, and I'll be around. I'll be around for the next hour or so just to ask questions. I'll be standing by here. So everyone who does not want to ask questions, you are done. Thanks for coming to the course. We have a response thread. Who just launched that?
That was Blade LWS.
Okay, this is my last fucking warning on this subject. No fucking shooting, no derping, no nothing at the end of these courses.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
It's fine, you
Well-
don't have to deal with it later. Anyways, if anybody wants to stick around, I'll be around for 5 minutes. If you want to go and play on the server as a fire team or as a squad, I'd encourage that. And obviously, if you poke the admin and say, oh, we want to play as one squad, he'll be more than happy to deal with that. So I'm off for a couple minutes, but I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, so any experienced armor player, so like I said, self-interaction key. This is the day you can teach King West something, yay. So, self-interaction key doesn't work, Ace Clippy is activated. What now? I changed it, but it doesn't...
It doesn't even pop up?
Nope, it
Does
popped
the old
up.
one work? Does the old key
no.
work?
Your what?
The old key, the key it was before, does that work?
No. Nope.
Perhaps a restart the game and it'll work. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, look, this is a guy that knows this shit. This is the answers I want.
Well, rats
That's
out.
I
irrelevant.
like you.
Yeah,
Whether
well,
you restart or not is completely
my
irrelevant.
answer to everything is reboot.
Go in game, hit escape, hit Ace settings, set it through that. See what
Yeah,
happens.
I'm doing that right now, Mark. I'm doing it with Ace settings.
Well,
And I'm clicking save on everything. Everything.
before you changed it, could you self-interact?
Yeah.
Are you using a special keyboard?
Now I'm using a special. I got both connected. I got my normal connected and my special keyboard without a fucking without a Windows key and an application key. That's why I changed it.
Are you using Windows language packs? Is what I'm trying to get to, because the buttons you're pressing might not be what they're interpreted as in Armor.
I'm not sure. I just bought a new Logitech keyboard,
Right,
so I
see
think
you
it's
guys
just
in the primary,
default.
I'm going up now.
Well,
TG.
that's most
Yeah.
likely your
Yep,
problem.
okay, guys, thanks.
Yeah, but then it should be working on my normal. Like I got my normal keyboard connected with without the USB, and I got this one with the USB connection. So so if I can still walk with my normal keyboard and with my new keyboard, like
Sure.
both of the. So it
When I
should
say
be-
a special keyboard, I mean, are you using a Dutch keyboard?
Oh no. No, I'm not in Dutch language right now.
Okay.
Dutch keyboard, that's with all the
Guess
letters
you're-
upside down.
You shit out a lot. Try and delete your config, re-establish it, take it from there.
Right, Mark?
That's depressing. Let's go try again.
But the Clippy will update live.
I'm gonna try to restart, otherwise I'm gonna make my new PC. See you guys.
Bye.
See you in the base. Yeah, Mark.
See you, King.
Maybe a stupid question, but
Yeah,
how do you call the square blocks they fill with sand or rocks?
Pasto.
Yeah.
Haspel.
Haskell barrier.
Haskell barrier. Oh, okay, thank you.
Hesko.
Thanks.
And they are freaking expensive.
Not really.
Oh yes.
Why are they expensive if it's just filled with soil?
It's the frame around them. They are really, really expensive. I think, what was it? I talked to an engineer. He said that the section of costs around about, what is that converted in dollars?
But that's military prices too. Everything is extraordinary.
Yeah, that's true. But it was 9,000 Danish. I can't remember how much that is in dollars.
No, that's bullshit. The small Heskos, they're like $10. That is absolute
Yeah,
bullshit.
to make.
No, to buy. The big Heskos are like $40. I'm telling you, it's not expensive. It's the most cheap way you can make fortification, and that's why they buy it.
Back.
Well, you got those mechanized like hopper system to fill them up fast, or is it just grunt work?
Depends, but usually you fill them up with machines.
The Heskos?
Yeah.
Depends on where you are. If you're
Yeah.
at a FOB, it's your back. If you're at a big ass centralized base, they'll use little loaders.
Yeah, it's situational.
Yeah, I got a question about that. Do they stay there? Are they destroyed afterwards? Are they emptied and reused?
There's a pin on one side of the Heskos. This is, I think, a little bit newer. They're designed so that there's a pin on one side so that it all falls apart when you pull it out at the end. I think that actually was implemented pretty recently because people used to keep insurgents would take over positions that the military
absolutely.
left.
That's why I was wondering, to tell you the truth.
So yeah, they now have a pin in them on the side. You pull it and the metal falls apart, and you can kind of cut the fabric, and it'll all spill out into a big pile instead of an actual barrier.
But not for reuse, though.
Well, you can reuse them. You'd have to
Cool.
tip them over, dump them out, and then take them with you. But they're generally cheap enough that the military's just
It's heavy to bring it. Just burn.
yeah.
And what's the
And it's not
material?
exactly expensive.
What's the material they use to put around it? Is that special or?
Nope.
No.
Just wires and
It's
cloth.
just nylon cloth.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So yeah, they're pretty ubiquitous though.
Although it is fire retardant.
Yeah.
It's not pure nylon.
Yeah. So, any questions about the course? Any questions about things that went on that you might have anything there?
I got one.
Boy, that rain shower stopped suddenly. Yeah, sure. Any questions? Go ahead. Now's the time.
Well, could you tell me anything about using the leaf sights on the M203?
Yeah. That is, you have to bind your...
Well, I mean, I know how to get them out, but there seems to be markings on them that I'm not.
There
really
are, those are going to
familiar
be
with.
ranges. You can do that in two ways. Let me pull them out so I can make sure.
The markings are generally not very useful in the ace context because you rearrange your grenade launcher with the ace up and down arrow keys.
Oh, okay.
But if you were to use it like an OA launcher, then it would be 50, 100, 100, 100, 100.
Okay.
Practicing at the range helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. I
It's
teleport
easier to
there,
aim.
but there's
just
still a
by
lot of
feel.
AI out there trying to kill everything, so.
And I used the wrong one. This one is not so good because they're in front of a CCO, but yeah. Mark had it pretty much right. They're just markings for distance. I think it's... Yeah, anyways, there are a number of different ones. But, you know, it's good that you would use the actual sights on there, but this one is not great. There are other ones with CCOs that have the sights displaced to the left or right so that you can still use them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just ranging, and you can do it two different ways, as I assume that Mark said, you can actually range the round with your up and down keys and not use the sights, or you can use the sights and not range it.
Though if you were to range the round, you'd still need a point of reference to aim with, right?
Sure,
Yeah,
but that's where it kind of breaks, because in real life you hold it down and then the angle is based on where you aim.
Yeah.
Okay.
This doesn't work so well.
So basically the M203...
You cut out. You were going to say something more?
No, I was saying that essentially what I'm gathering is that the M203 implementation in Ace and Arma is somewhat subpar, and you just kind of have to ghetto rig it and do the best you can.
It's
well,
not terrible.
No, use up and down arrows.
Yeah.
For ranging.
Okay. Alright, well.
And, I mean, it's a little bit... You'll get a hang for it after using it for a while. Just, get on the range, put 40 rounds in a backpack, and just start blasting them off, and you'll get a pretty good feel for it. It's a weapon that rewards spending an hour or two with it.
Yeah. I'll go out there after the AI clears out.
I think we'll have to restart the server.
Yeah, Ratsa here. I got a question. Fire team lead and the use of the radio. Now, I'd like to, communicate with the squad on our channel and talk to my people, talk to my fire team, just direct.
Right. Well, you can. Sometimes that's clearing out the already delighting me. You can, if you use the radio as a tool. When you're in combat, especially when you're in a larger squad, you're going to have a lot of crosstalk on it, so you want to keep it confined to just using just using the just calling in contact reports, doing anything that's actually vital to the battle. And so during those situations, while you may use the radio for anything that you really need to transmit out to your guys very quickly, try and talk to them as much as you can. Now, it obviously depends on where you're moving. If you're close, that's fine, but if you need to disperse two buddy teams, that radio becomes vital. It's about personal preference, but I would not tell them to completely disregard the radio. Just kind of at the beginning of the game say, okay, we're going to use the radio only for calling in contacts and if we are out of earshot. Otherwise, just use direct talk.
Yeah. In the last battle we had there, I was squad. I also did something like I got the guys to roll call off their ammo status on the radio, so the squad leader could actually hear each guy saying what he's got, because we were heading towards bingo.
I can tell you this, that will swamp a squad leader. Every single person, it should be just by fire team, not every single person. You collect it from your fire team, and then you go out and you get it from the person. Because that will overwhelm comms pretty quickly if every single person in a squad tells the squad leader exactly how much ammo they have.
Regarding what to put on the short range net, especially if you are engaged, do not talk, because that is the time when your SL wants it the most. So don't say we're getting shot at.
Yeah, a quick report of where the fire's coming from, then keep quiet.
Yeah.
Aside from relaying new contacts and stuff.
Sure,
well,
but if your squad is moving as a whole, the SL knows that you're getting shot at.
Yeah. So if you're in say the last scenario, if you're in a defensive position and enemies keep rolling up, if you keep seeing contacts from the same direction, they're kind of rolling up through the same route, that's not something that the squad leader needs to be updated on. Just make sure that he knows the first time that they start coming in, and then he'll be aware. You don't have to keep calling out every individual contact. This is an area where you want to try and use your judgment as to what's going to be there, but remember that net needs to stay clear as much as possible under contact so that the squad leader and other fire team leaders can issue instructions. If a tank pops out of nowhere, that's where you use it. If you get infantry running in from a different direction, that's where you use it. If you have more infantry coming in from the same direction that the squad leader already knows about, don't. Just tell your guys to start shooting. Just make sure that you keep that net free for use of serious things that pop up, not just everything that comes in there. You are the squad leader's eyes and ears, but he also has regular ass eyes and ears too.
Yeah, roger that. I'll try and be as brief as possible on the radio.
It's
And
fine. A lot of people have issues. A lot of people run into problems with that. So it's not exactly an uncommon question.
well, yeah, and the thing too, I actually do like talking to my fire team. Keeping their pace of fire up and focused on the targets. So I talk to them on direct.
If you ever watch me, if you've ever been in a squad that I'm doing, you will either in a squad or in a platoon. It bothers the shit out of RTOs, but I constantly run up and down the lines, checking where men are put, checking what they're doing, all of that, even under contact. Although I tend to
Gonna
keep
get
to
you
safe
killed.
areas. I know it has a couple of times. It's almost obsessive with myself, but I check in with people who I think might have some issues. I move around, that kind of stuff. And as a fire team lead, that's something just you don't have to run up and down the lines, but just kind of move between guy to guy if they're more dispersed. Make sure that everything's rolling good.
Yeah, okay, and also about taking casualties. The fire team leader, his team is getting casualties. What should I be thinking about here?
Well, I mean, calling the casualty to the squad lead, we've got one man down, we need the medic. He'll shoot that up the chain if you have a platoon level medic. You need to work on what we teach you in the fire team ops and FMIL, which is that the buddy team, whoever the buddy of the fire team leader, okay, if that's your buddy, you need to get down there, either stabilize or pull him back into safety and wait for the medic. If it isn't your buddy, then you just need to keep up that rate of fire, make sure that they're covered as the actual buddy of the casualty runs, grabs him, brings him back into cover, or applies bandages, that kind of stuff. Make sure you call it up quick. We've got one casualty at XYZ location, but just that's interoperation, each person operating. So
Roger.
hopefully, just shoot it up the chain of command. Squad leader will try and fix it for you. Unless you actually have a medic detailed to you, which you pretty much don't, you're not going to be able to solve that yourself. Try and triage, send it up the chain of command, and deal with it.
I had, walking wounded, and I just told them to get behind cover and bandage themselves one at a time.
Well, sometimes you'll have the materials to do that. Sometimes you won't. It's all situation dependent. I don't know if any of you noticed, but I dropped the med tent behind you before the actual shooting started, and I pushed out on a couple of squad leaders that I walked next to. Oh, you got med tents, you got all this stuff. We were teleporting people who had gotten killed, but there was a med tent behind you for you to run back to and patch yourself up if you needed to.
Yeah, and for Rasso, finally, I'd like to ask Kirby and Dawks, who were in my fire team, how do you think I did? What was I making mistakes? Critique me.
One comment.
Yeah.
I thought it went really smoothly. It made sense. I wasn't straining to make sense of things. I actually lost your location right at the start. You were on the other side of the bunker wall from me, and I look over the bunker and I didn't see you.
Yeah, that was my mistake, and I'm glad you asked, because then I told people I'm here, these two guys are there, the other guy is on the other side, so you helped me there.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't stand up, bro.
And yeah, so the AR.
Sorry, I was laughing at something else.
The AR was on target and doing good. The only critique I have for the AR, I thought your firing lengths were too long. Like you were going 15-20 seconds. It's a real long time.
Say again.
Well, the AR was keeping his trigger down for extended periods of time. I would have liked just shorter periods of time.
Absolutely not. Not that I'm not wanting to do it, but I didn't do it. I do 2 to 5 round bursts all the time.
Okay, I was hearing somebody just hosing.
I'm sure there were a number of people who were doing that. That's a familial course basic thing. Remember, it's die motherfucker die. 5 to 8 round bursts.
This old man has a different one on the On the 30 cal, it's son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, and on the C2, it's goddamn, goddamn.
Yeah, well, those are significantly different weapons.
I'm an old man.
Oh yeah, so Kirby, you know, I apologize. I thought it was you. So.
That's
Fine,
okay.
guys. It's what it's for. I want to encourage everybody when you get into action, when you're engaging things, remember to try and kind of critique your behavior. You don't always have to have extra people. I think a lot of you will understand. You'll say, okay, well, I did that wrong. I did something else wrong. Just try and kind of record, oh, okay, this was a little screwed up, and try and better yourself as you go through. There's a lot that you can do, just remembering where things went wrong in missions and trying to figure out yourself what can I do to fix that.
Yeah,
Are there any RTO courses coming up?
Soon.
What do you want to
Russell
learn
here.
for an RTO course? Are you talking general commo or are you talking artillery?
Just general communication. That's the only problem I'm really having is just
General
getting
commo
used to
boils down to you, this is me, are you there? That's all you ever say. So, for example, I would say 6, this is 2, come in.
Yeah, we're working on trying to get as many courses as we can here, but unfortunately the officer for UOTC, his internet has decided to completely and totally break. So we're going to teach as many courses as we can, but I wouldn't expect it within the next 2 weeks. So definitely not before the beginning of the year. We'll teach as many as we can. We'll do as many as we can, but there's a limited number of training officers. We have limited free time, and we try to, so if you want that, there's a request thread. There is, so you can always go down there and say, okay, I'd like to have that. That's a good guide to do it. Always just peruse the UOTC forums. Lots of times you can find answers to your questions there. So they're always a good resource to use.
If it's just a general combo, that's literally what it boils down to. You, this is me. Come in.
Gotcha. That's pretty simple.
And if you don't hear them after a couple of tries, then you just say nothing heard. Now, the technical or the tricky bit, if you will, is that the config changes, but as a general standard, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 being squads. We usually use either 0 or 6 as the PO.
So then just check Homsig card, and if say 1, 2 is Bravo, then just identify yourselves as Bravo.
Well, recently we've been shifting away from the Alpha Bravo Charlie paradigm, but yeah, just use whatever's on the config chart.
Okay, that's easy enough.
So yeah, pretty basic. I'd encourage you to talk to Zoomwork. Does more of that kind of stuff. I'm more than happy to help you out there, but it's pretty basic, exactly what Mark said, and I think there's tips and tricks for that kind of stuff on the UOTC forums, so you can always look there.
Yeah, the general calls that you might get are ACE, ammunition, casualties, equipment, SIDREP, which is the situation report. You might be requested to give details on something you spotted, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but at fire team level, you're not going to have too much. At squad level, it gets more complicated, especially if you're dealing with a larger net, say a platoon with 4 or 5
platoon
elements.
level.
But that's not, So as a fire team leader, though, there's very little that you will need to just make sure you identify yourself, Bravo, actual, this is Bravo, that kind of stuff.
Alright, thank you.
A last question I have would be, in the event the squad leader falls.
Yeah, the
session of command.
Yep. So
First fire team. Yep.
In squads, in regular U.S. squads, are just first team leader, second team leader, third team leader. In British squads and other mechanized squads, there's often the first fire team is led by the section commander, and the second fire team is led by his 2IC, which means that second fire team lead is now the actual. So when he falls, you just run through the succession of command. make sure the biggest thing really is to get that radio. Um, as a squad or platoon leader, the biggest thing that I get that radio so that I can at least know what happened to him instead of just dead silence. Because sometimes it's dead silence and there's 7 guys who don't know where to go. A lot of times there's more than that dead, but it's dead silence on their net, and there's 7 guys who don't know where to go. If you pick up that radio, even if you're not crazy competent at this, even if you didn't want to squad lead, at least you can say, I'm not great at this, can we need some help, and I'll move to your position. So always pick up the radio. If your squad lead dies, try and reestablish contact.
And one more thing that people don't do as often as they could, pay attention to what's the short range for the HQ or command, and reach them in short range if you can't reach or find the radio that went down with the SL. So just reach HQ on the short range, say channel 6, and then tell them, looks 1-1 squad leaders down.
Sure, either that or,
Oh, yeah.
just start hopping channels.
Yeah, to the next squad and so on.
And remember, guys, I don't require this, but it is very, 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 very heavily suggested that as fire team leads, I think everybody should read the notes, but I'm not going to require it of a rifleman. Fire team leads, you really should. Read the notes, understand what it's going, pay attention during briefing. I fucking hate it when I've got squad leads or fire team leads who just tuned out the entire briefing. Now I got to rebrief them on everything that's going on. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Pay attention. You're a leadership element just as much.
Tune out throughout the game. I never get tuned in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm too new to ignore the briefings. I'm there. I want to. I don't want to screw up in the field, so I'm paying attention to the briefings.
Points of notice are who are our adjacent forces, and what exactly are we doing when shit goes wrong.
Well, if you're always listening to the briefings, that's a good habit to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to, spawn into the mission and not have any idea what the hell's going on.
But yeah, on the individual tactical level, there is a bit lacking from what I saw today. Personal positioning is paramount.
Well, that's not what this class is designed to teach.
No, I know that, but in the primary, it is essential that you are behind the tree, not next to it.
Yeah, I got to work on that. I get shot a lot.
Yeah. You are really going to start seeing huge improvement as soon as you learn going behind the trees instead of next to it. It's it's 200% longer living.
Yeah, you'll get to the point, and I'm sure Mark is capable of this too, but there was 2 squads firing at the position that Zumork and I were in, and we were still able to pop around corners, put a couple of rounds right next to you, and then pop back without being shot. So that kind of positioning can really help in situations. You will learn it, but I don't know. Try to watch people who are more experienced and see how they do it. I know personally I have a tendency when I'm leading things to let that sort of, again, I run back and forth around the lines, and I also I don't pay attention to my sector as much when I'm doing, say, a platoon lead, and I'm not in the correct position a lot of times. It should have burned me a number of more times. It's only burned me probably 3 or 4 times.
Whenever I do company lead, always on point.
And the first mission I ever led here, which I think it was my second day, my second day playing at UO, I led Second Son, and I led the entire mission.
That's an easy mission, though.
It's an easy mission. We actually ended up winning, but I literally led it from the front. I was the first. I was on point the whole time, and I'm running through this thing, yelling at people to follow me and do this and do that. It was quite a shit show. We actually won the mission. I don't know how, but yeah, that was my first mission. Was myself running in front of everyone else.
I'm on point more as a company commander than I am as a PL, though. As a PL, you have more incapable subordinates than you do as a company commander.
Right.
So you can afford to be a bit risque. for the sake of stealth and expedience. I mean, it's gone well so far. I usually go, I pick a firefight, and then I run away.
Hey, you always got to know how to break contact.
Yeah.
It's an important thing. I've got to figure out a way. That's something that one of the things I really want to work on for fire team operations. I'm working on new kind of layouts for the actual courses. I need to find a way to have actual threats to force people to fall back and break contact effectively. I got to find a way where I can have actual threats and yet still have the expectation of success. So I'm working on that because it's not done as well enough. Everybody, I see this happen all the time. Instead of a squad will get engaged inside a town or on a hill or somewhere around
Sure,
there,
but
and instead of trying to break contact and flank, they will just kind of start desperately trying to inch ahead, just push ahead a little bit, and that might work. It doesn't work as well as actually flanking them against the AI, but it doesn't work at all on fucking TBTs.
Sure, but this is for mechanical reasons as well. The AI does not conceal itself, firstly, so it's very, very easy to kill them at long ranges.
That's true.
And, you know, AI gets more accurate the more it shoots, so the longer it takes, the more you move, the more likely you are in getting killed.
Isn't that the classic problem with untrained militia forces? They freeze in place.
Yeah.
Actually, the Afghans run at the... It depends, but like the Afghans actually all run into battle. They can't maintain a base of fire.
Mhm.
The Taliban, they all charge into attack.
But, I mean, in general, if you're talking about untrained personnel, then...
Yes.
Then it's very easy to suppress.
So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna take off and deal with a couple more things. I'm always reachable by PM if you guys have questions. I don't know how many of you here are going to come to the squad leaders course that we have. It's at 0 Zulu on the 22nd at that time, but it's evening for EST for the US. So I'm off. I will see you guys later.
Christmas.
All right.
Same, you know. Thanks for the course, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks, Luis, for leading us too. I'm starting to get to know your voice.
Squeaky and Brazil.